Hi, this is Miss Cruz with the Mason Ames Stray Dog Theater After School Program.
Hi, Ames students. Today I have what's supposed to be just like a 5 to maybe 10-minute max preparation. I'm going to freeze this broccoli. So in order to do that, I have to blanch it. I bought this broccoli the other day and just decided, you know what, I just don't feel like eating broccoli right now. And so I'm going to blanch it. So to do that, I'm boiling some water in the microwave, and then I am going to place it into this small sauce pot, and I'm just gonna blanch them in there. I don't have a steamer, so I'm just gonna let the water, parboil it a little bit, or what they're calling blanching. And it's only supposed to take 2 minutes. So let's see how this goes. Okay guys, so while that water is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my broccoli here, and I'm going to place it, I'm gonna cut it up into small florets, what they call florets, which is just the tops of the broccoli, like this. And I'm going to place those into a colander, rinse them off real good. And apparently that's all I need to do. So I'm going to do that. I'm just pulling them apart before I put them into the colander and rinse them off super good. So, this is what happens sometimes when you just buy too much food. And normally, sad to say, sometimes I just end up tossing it. I just feel like, well, it gets too old and I don't want it. But, I'm just trying to learn how to do different things, since I really have plenty of time on my hands right now. So I'm gonna cut off some of this, and then again, just cut it down. Now I know that some of that other, like the stems, I could use them like in, maybe puree them and put them into a soup or something, but I don't know if I will. We'll see how I get along with doing this part. I probably should have blanched this a lot earlier, and you can preserve a better color in the broccoli, but really it's kind of like an experiment since I haven't done it before. And really throughout my life, this pandemic has really changed things for me, because normally, I think normally I just don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. You just go to the store, get what you need, and kind of wasteful really, and that's just the truth. So I'm trying to change that, since I'm not able to shop like I used to, but it's all good. Just learning something different and seeing if it even works. I don't know. I'm sure people have been doing it forever and ever, but not me. So there you go. So I just, cut all these up into these little florets, and you can see how it's sort of discolored. Well, I don't know if that's really discolored, or the inner part of the broccoli is kind of yellow, but I'm not going to worry about that, since it's just an experiment, because I really do love broccoli. I mean, I love to eat it, but I'm going to see if it retains the flavor, like, what I think is acceptable. But and oftentimes too, I have bought frozen broccoli, and I really do like it a lot. So I'm gonna go over here and rinse this out. Okay, so the water's boiled now, so I'm just gonna pour it into this sauce pot, a small one. Just pour that in. That water was pretty much boiling, so I'm gonna turn on this stove and let it come to a boil, and then I'm going to just toss those broccoli florets in there and see what happens. Okay, as you can see behind these broccoli florets, I have the rice ready to go, and we're going to put that into the big mason jar today. Okay guys, it's starting to boil, so I'll let it just go to a rolling boil, and it'll probably just take just a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, and then I'll start adding the broccoli. Okay guys, so I'm starting to add the broccoli. And of course, right at first, it kind of seems like it's going to stop the boil, but it'll pick up. If you can tell, it's going to pick up again. So I'll let this go for 2 minutes. According to the instructions, it says let it go for 2 minutes. So I'm going to try to poke those in a little bit more, just a little, so that they all get to hit the water there. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to cover this, and let it go for 2 minutes. There we go. So there we go. It's 2 minutes have passed, and I think they look really pretty. It's kind of brightened them up. Okay, guys, so according to the instructions, what I have to do first is drain them. Do that. And then I'm gonna place them into some cold water. And then I can follow the next step, which is eventually gonna get to bagging them out. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some cold water going. And then I'm just gonna toss them into the cold water. I guess you could put icy water, but it also says icy, cold or icy. So I'm just gonna do the cold. So this is my first time, and I think that'll be fine. Not that much broccoli in there. So you can kind of feel that the water's warm because the broccoli is still hot. So here's a second round of cold water, and I just kind of drain it out a little. And that should be fine. We'll be on to the next step. Over them, and it's to stop the cooking process. So the first couple of rinses, the water was still a little warm, but then it cooled off. So now that they're cooled off, I'm letting them drain, and I'll start bagging them up. It says to squeeze out as much of the excess water if there's leaves. Here we go. I'm gonna start to bag them up. Okay, guys, so here I am. I'm just placing the broccoli on this plastic wrap, and I'll just place a few florets, because if I'm just going to eat it with, as a side vegetable, then it'll just be a few, and then I'd rather just freeze it in smaller amounts and then pull out a couple more if I need them, or even if I needed all of it, that would be fine. But for now I'll do that. So I'm going to pack them up like that, and I kind of squeeze the air out, which they recommended, and then I'm just going to stuff them into the freezer bags, which I mentioned this before. I did it when I froze those potatoes the other day, and then I reused the bags. Okay, so I am upcycling as I go along, so I'm not trying to buy new bags every time, because since they're in the plastic wrap first and then into the freezer bag, then it works. Now when I get my vacuum sealer, I might be bagging this up just a little differently. I'm going to take that so it'll be flatter. Okay, so for now I'm just doing it this way. The whole idea, again, is just not to be stressed out about it, but I'm just learning how to do something new. No big deal. So open this up and continue to bag them up. Okay, guys, so I just got a couple of bags. So there's like 4 portions here, and the rest that's left, I'm going to eat it tonight for dinner. I hoped you enjoyed this prepping journey with me. I learned how to blanch online at The Spruce Eats. You guys take care. Hope to see you again.